And a very good evening to all my viewers out there. It is right now Saturday, March 14th, 2020. Time right now is 10:59 p.m., almost 11 p.m. And I was just inside the Outremont Metro Station right here behind me. And we are now on Van Horn Street here in Outremont. And yeah, I just decided I'm going to do a little walking video tonight here on Van Horn. And yeah, I just wanted to mention a couple of things. First of all, unfortunately, yet again, I have another cold, and I mean, I guess that's what happens when you work in an office that's right beside a medical clinic. You're gonna have people coming and going who are sick, and you know, inevitably you're gonna get exposed to different types of germs. And of course, the big news right now in the whole world is that coronavirus pandemic. And rest assured, I do not have that. At least I don't think I do. I mean, I don't have a fever, just a bit of a runny nose and a little bit of a cough. But yeah, the last few weeks I've found that my energy level really hasn't been up there. And I really don't know if it's because of maybe just the season right now. But yeah, even though I have a cold, I'm still going to do a little walking video here to, keep my viewers satisfied. And with that being said, it is a beautiful night here. We're now, of course, in daylight savings time. March is here. Before you know it, spring will be here. And like I said, it's a great time of year to start coming out and doing more walking videos. And in terms of walking videos over the winter that just went by, I'm pretty satisfied with the amount that I did. I think I did more videos this winter than I did last winter. But anyways, we'll have to see what spring shall bring us. Of course, this is when the flood season starts. And yeah, it's going to be a very interesting spring season, to say the least. And of course, this is, like I said, Outremont. Ironically, this is Dollard Avenue. Not to be confused with the one in LaSalle, which of course crosses Newman Boulevard. And we are walking westward, by the way. Or we should be, if my Google Maps is correct. Because I don't live in the area here, if you happen to live in Outremont, maybe you recognize some of these places, these establishments. And for my viewers out there that are wondering what this neighborhood's like, well, it's a mix of residential, commercial. Looks like there's a business there that recently closed. And you can always tell the age of the neighborhood in general by the style of apartment buildings that you see here. There's a beautiful old-fashioned archway there. And there's the main bus, of course, that travels on the street. That is the 161 Van Horn. That's a 3100 series bus. And by the way, Van Horn goes all the way into right near the Carry, so very long street. And depending on how I feel tonight, I may walk to Cote-Sainte-Catherine Boulevard, may not. Well, at least do a couple of blocks here. Here's the Bank of Montreal building, but check out, you're going to see in a minute here, these old Victorian style windows here as we cross over. Look at that. I'm wondering if this building, judging by the look of it, always was a bank, or I wonder. That's the Bank de Montreal, of course, the Bank of Montreal. Some more old apartment buildings here. These are really old. I love these doorways here. And because of my cold, I've been I spent the day today pretty much resting inside. So pretty much wide awake, even for this time of night. You can still see there's some ice and snow remaining, but we got quite a bit of rain and very mild temperatures the last few days. A lot of that snow and ice has melted. But I got a feeling we may get one more snowstorm this year. Not guaranteeing it, of course, but you never know. So yeah, we're going uphill here a little bit. And of course, Outremont Metro, where I started my videos, on the blue line of the Montreal Metro system. And another thing I wanted to point out in this neighborhood here, as we come up to the next intersection, is it is one of the higher end neighborhoods, especially as you head this way, which is, I believe, to the south, where Mount Royal is. It gets very similar to Westmount in terms of the types of buildings, houses. What I might do is I might actually walk up to, well, maybe Outremont and just go into Outremont Metro Station. Pretty quiet for pretty quiet night here for Saturday, I must say. So I'll keep walking up here, and eventually one of these side streets I'll head south, and depending on where I am, maybe head to the Outremont Metro Station, or I might just continue to Cote-Sainte-Catherine. I'll see. I shall see. Yeah, like I said, not really the most interesting walking video, but it is what it is. Every video is unique in its own way, I suppose. And another view here of some more types of houses they have here. It's not just apartments, it's actually houses. And yeah, it's a pretty old neighborhood, Outremont. And just so you know, to give you a perspective, Outremont is on the north side of Mount Royal. So just past Mount Royal on the north side is Outremont, and right south of Outremont, past Mount Royal, is downtown Montreal, basically. So there's some Christmas decorations still up. Alright, I think I know where I am now. So we'll go here where this park is. And maybe go to Cote-Sainte-Catherine, which is the next street up, I believe. Yeah, I think they have a skating rink here, usually. But because of the mild temperatures, not really good for skating right now. And I think in the summer, this is a frozen little lake or pond. And yeah, pretty icy here. But you can see there's still a mix of water, ice. I do have my winter boots on, mind you, so my feet shouldn't get that wet. I'll go up here. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to continue walking up here, and like I said, we're heading north now. Here in Outremont, which, if you translate it, by the way, it's Outremont. It's kind of translates to other mountain. If you really want to translate it in a way that the way it sounds, at least, sort of sounds like other mountain. And like I said, it is right beside Montreal. So here you're starting to see what some of these houses look like, which I was mentioning earlier. Alright, so I'll just pause the video until I get to the next corner there, just to save some time. Alright, so now we are on La Joie Street, and for some reason I thought this was Cote-Sainte-Catherine, but I think it's a couple of blocks from here still, which is fine. We'll just get to see some of these houses here while we're walking. And if you're interested in buying a house, this one here is for sale, I think. Watch, it says acquis, which I think means sold. So we'll continue walking here and then turn on this next street going left. And again, I apologize for my voice not being 100%. There's a large apartment building right over there. Yeah, I think we're getting closer to the metro station, at least one of the ones on the blue line. I'm not sure where we'll end up. It's a nice bicycle route to do in the summer, going around Outremont. Some more Christmas lights still up. Yeah, there's the University de Montreal, or University of Montreal in the distance where that tower is. So a couple more blocks will be on Cote-Sainte-Catherine Boulevard. Perron Street is the name of this one. And the street is just here, can't see because the street sign's on the other corner. Parc Jacques Parizeau. And there's a skating rink here as well in the winter. Alright, there's a beautiful old house here. Look at this one. Classic old chimney. Really looks Victorian. This is Calvin Street. Wonder if it's named after the, oh, it was a physicist or some kind of scientist that developed the Kelvin unit of temperature, I believe. Alright, so we're coming up to, could this be Cote-Sainte-Catherine? I'm not really sure. Oh, look at these beautiful lights here. They resemble candles. Oh, that's beautiful. That is so cool. Alright, so here we are. This is Cote-Sainte-Catherine Boulevard. And yeah, I think we'll head this way. We'll keep walking west. Yeah, so this is Cote-Sainte-Catherine. This is another major street here in Outremont, which leads through Côte-de-Neige. So I think I'll just name this video a night walk through Outremont. Might as well. And yeah, that metro station should be coming up within the next, I'd say 10-15 minutes max. Here's Robert Street. And I was mentioning before about, you know, this neighborhood being beautiful for biking. There's actually a, I think it's a multi-purpose bicycle path on the street. Well, at least partially on the street. I think it goes up north of here. Or sorry, I should say south of here, where the metro station is. But for the majority of the street, at least between Côte-de-Neige, I think it's Outremont Metro Street, if I'm not mistaken. That's where the bicycle path starts. As you go down this way, it goes on to Cote-Sainte-Catherine Road, which is this one here. But in any event, that's one of the nicest bicycle paths in the city if you're interested in a very scenic bike ride. We'll cross here. And of course, this street is served by the 129 bus. And if you were to continue walking in the direction we're walking in, which is west, you get to St. Justine Hospital and the Jewish General Hospital, which are both situated on the street. Yeah, it really feels good to be doing a walking video again. I don't know, I might just tough it out a bit and continue doing walking videos, at least sporadically, until I'm completely recuperated. And you know, who knows what's going to happen in the weeks ahead with this coronavirus thing going around. Which is something else, I tell you. And of course, just wanted to mention that if there is anything major that comes along with that, I'll definitely be covering it on my channel. As I mentioned, part of my channel is devoted to, in a way, journalism, covering breaking news stories and whatnot from my perspective. And one of the big things that I noticed is I was looking for some bathroom paper, toilet paper today. Couldn't find it anywhere. So that's one of those, I guess, panic buying trends that we're seeing now. Alright, so we'll keep walking down here. And eventually we'll turn left on one of these streets here. And I think it's either going to be Outremont or the University de Montreal Metro Station. One of the two that we're going to end up walking to. Alright, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go another block and then we're going to turn up one of these streets here. This is Sterling, I believe. I don't know if this is a school or an apartment complex. And temperature's starting to drop as well right now, so it's getting a bit chilly. It's supposed to go down to -10 or -11, I believe. But we've been blessed with pretty warm temperatures lately. I think it went up to 10 degrees today, so we had a lot of wind last night as well. Strong gusts of wind, 60 kilometers per hour. Alright, let's go up Wilderton Street. This is Wilderton. Or is this a dead end? It could be a dead end street. That's why I think it's... the name of the street, Vincent de Indy, I believe it could be. I'll know the street when I get to it. That basically leads right to one of the metro stations. But anyways, more apartments to see, I guess, on the way. And I think I'll recognize where I have to turn because there's a big church coming up. And now we are back in, I believe, Cote-Sainte-Catherine, NDG, Cote-Sainte-Catherine, I should say. We're not in Outremont anymore, and the reason I know that is because the signs have changed. The street signs now have the Ville de Montréal flower logo on them. But we are still on, of course, Cote-Sainte-Catherine Boulevard. Just not in Outremont anymore. That's a nice old car. It looks old. What kind is that? A Mercedes-Benz, I believe. And we are now coming up to, what street is this? Woodbury? Look at the size of this building here. It's huge. I don't know if it's a church or... Wow. Alright, so here we are in Woodbury. And again, walking in the west direction, heading towards So I have a choice. I could continue technically to Cote-Sainte-Catherine Boulevard if I really wanted to, because I see Saint Justine coming up. And it's almost half an hour video now, so those mini cars are interesting. I don't know if I'm too big on them. No pun intended. Yeah, so this walk is taking a little longer than I anticipated, but hey, I can't complain. Nothing wrong with a long walking video. Some more construction going on, which is something that the city knows all too well. And my voice is starting to go a little bit now. Yeah, it looks like they blocked the whole street off here, so I'm gonna have to walk around. And if you're wondering, by the way, you know what we'll do? Yeah, we'll just keep walking this way. Why not? Well, actually, there's the University of Montreal right there, so maybe we'll just walk up to the metro station. Got to be one coming up somewhere here. But anyways, I was saying we're right on the flight path. We're right below the flight path of Trudeau Airport. It's a little bit to the north of here, that flight path, so that's why you're probably hearing those planes taking off, heading in the east direction. And yeah, I have a feeling that they're going to be closing the airport soon, and even the borders potentially. I just had to clear my throat there a little bit. All right, so there's the University of Montreal right there, that big tower you see. And I imagine we're going to be getting to a metro station that I keep talking about soon. Is this a dead end? I don't think so. Hope not. No, that car just went through. Nice little park here. Alright, so we're 29 minutes into this video, so hopefully I'll be wrapping her up soon. This is Willowdale Street again. Alright, so we're going to turn right here. I'm just going to keep heading in this direction, which is south. So this is Darlington and Willowdale. Alright. Cross over here. Yeah, so I mean, you know, in this walking video, you got to at least see some of the houses, a couple of businesses, the top level of Outremont Metro Station where I started my walk. And just like there's old houses, there's like a lot of old trees here as well in this neighborhood. HEC or HEC Montreal. I think this is part of the university here. And yeah, I'm sure we're making progress somehow here. This is Louis Colin Street. Louis Colin. Oh boy, this walk just keeps going and going, doesn't it? Alright, here we go. Now we are coming up to some sort of metro station, I believe. And yeah, I'm going to bet it's the University of Montreal metro station that we're going to end up at. I'm wondering too if eventually they're going to close public transit down. Now, that would be a nightmare. Like I said, anything that happens, any developments, I shall be covering it, at least here in Montreal. Okay, so here we are, University of Montreal Metro Station. Which is hidden. It's actually quite hidden. And we'll cross here. And it's right over there. So yeah, there's the University of Montreal right there, that big tower. And this whole area here, I think, is the main campus. And yeah, right over there is the metro station where I'm going to conclude the video. And I think Outremont Metro Station would have been the next one, just to the east of here. Watch out for this ice. Alright, so here we are, and another walking video completed. And as always, to all my viewers, thank you all for watching, and more videos to come. Alright, have a good night, everybody.